Geek Out! Pinkies up. Time for another Geek Out book club. I'm Sam.
I'm Jake.
This week we're going to be talking about The Street Angel Gang by Jim Rugg. Comes out in comic book stores everywhere on Wednesday, July 26th. Jake, what'd you think of the book?
I mean, it's fucking a blast. A lot of crazy action. Makes you really hungry for pizza. Makes you long for the 80s nostalgia.
It leans more into the 80s, the love letter to the 80s, and particularly 80s action movies in this
I
one.
love the little like baseball cards with the stats on it. I love the gang, the Bleeders.
Yeah.
And like their little initiations, how they just keep getting like fucked up by said Street Angel.
Yeah, of course, like the color palette, and we mentioned this as much in the interview as well, kind of has a darker feel to it. Which kind of matches the darker story.
Yeah, no, but I mean, it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot of fun. There's a tiger.
The cool thing about this, and we mentioned this as well, is that every volume of Street Angel, and this is the second one that Image has put out, the first one being the After School Kung Fu Special, which is available in stores now. You don't have to have read
self-contained.
It's all accessible,
and that is a good thing.
It is, yeah. You can just pick it right off the rack and read it cover to cover, and it's a good time. You know, it really is kind of this. There aren't any other books like this on the stands.
Not at all.
You know, it's carved out its own space, and I think what Jim does here is fantastic. I mean, it really does kind of. I mean, would you call it a darker book than the After? They're both kind of different. I mean, whereas
they are. I mean, like I laughed a lot in this one just because it's the Bleeders are like ridiculous. Like they were like S&M kind of like He-Man looking character.
Yeah.
So he was my favorite. But I mean, like it's funny. I mean, like it's violent here and there, of course, but it's a good time.
It is
and there was one creator we were talking to beforehand. We were like, oh, we talked to Jim Rugg about Street Angel. He's like, oh, I love that book. Yeah. Like people love this book, and people are are excited.
It was John Layman.
It was John Layman, and people love the book, man.
Yeah.
We've seen around. We talk about it, and for good reason, and they're excited to have it out there.
Yeah. I remember seeing all those posters for it, like at the comic book shop, and people were like, "Oh God, Street Angel."
It's got a great look.
Yeah, there's kind of like a punk rock sensibility to it.
Hell yeah.
It's just a lot of fun, like no rules, and it really. And considering this is like only the second time that Jim's really worked extensively with color, because originally Street Angel was black and white.
Yeah.
And now here we are, like these two volumes the color schemes are markedly different. Like the first volume has kind of got like a neon kind of like bright glow to it. This one takes place at night, and you're dealing with a gang called the Bleeders. So you're going to see a lot of red. So it's it's a good time at the comic shop. Again, the book comes out on Wednesday, July 26th. Stay tuned. Watch the space tomorrow. We got an interview with Jim all about it, so it should be a good time. This has been another Geek Out Book Club. I'm Sam.
I'm Jake.
Keep reading. This has been another Geek Out production. If you enjoyed what you heard, hey, we've got a special episode every Friday. Of course, there's the usual catching up show every Wednesday, and you get book club episodes just about every Tuesday these days. Thanks for listening.